Broadcast will start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Voice of Stockton. For more information on The Voice of Stockton, go to thevoiceofstockton.org.
This is KBCC 89.5 FM, Tracy, California, Peace and Justice Network of San Joaquin.
The views and opinions expressed in the following program do not necessarily reflect those of KXVS The Voice of Stockton or its parents, affiliates, management, and staff.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another amazing episode of Women in Business here on The Voice of San Joaquin. And now, without further ado, allow me to introduce you to our host, Chef Tobias Cooks.
Hello. Chef Tobias Cooks here with the Voice of San Joaquin, formerly known as the Voice of Stockton. Please support your local public radio station. Go ahead, click on to the Voice of San Joaquin, click share and donate. Join us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Periscope, and radio app. You can also visit me, Chef Tobias Cooks, on Facebook as well, and radio app and cheftobiascooks.com. Yes, I am so excited to be here with you, women in business. Yeah, women in business in the San Joaquin. All right, go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hello. Well, first of all, I'm grateful to be here. My name is Tiffanie McLemore, and I'm here with Believe Fitness.
Yes.
And I specialize in weight loss, strengthening, just getting back in shape and overall good health and nutrition.
All right, so I know you as Tiff.
That's okay. Yes.
Yes.
Tiff.
Yes, I am so excited. You are here in Stockton.
Yes,
So I
I am.
overheard that you are originally a Stocktonian.
Yes, born and raised.
Wow,
Yes,
wow, that is
yes.
wonderful. And you know, all the people like me come to Stockton. Let me tell you,
Right.
I tell this all the time. I am from the Bay Area. I grew up in Louisiana, but
Okay.
Stockton is a mix. It is like the best of both worlds for
really
me
is.
because it has the city part, it has the city component, and then it has the country part. So that country girl in me still can see the cows. I still can
Right.
drive on Highway 4, Highway 12. You know, I can still, get a chance,
Yeah.
get the country feel. And then at the same time, I'm still in the city
Right,
as well.
right.
So it's the best of both worlds
totally is.
for people like us that come here. So we just love Stockton. Let's just put that
Yes,
out
well, I'm
there.
glad you do.
Yes. All right. So grew up in Stockton.
Yes.
Okay. So your business again, Believe Fitness.
Believe Fitness.
Mhm. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well,
And your camera.
Oh, okay. It's different types of
Hollywood,
camera.
all these lights
Yeah,
and
okay.
stuff. I know.
Well, so Believe Fitness originated really out of my backyard.
Oh.
I started on my own weight loss journey, after having children. I just was like, I'm not where I used to be. I don't feel good about myself. I got to get my energy back up. So then I lost the weight.
Okay.
And then it was like, okay, well, what next?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to stop. I loved what I did. I've always been a athletic person. So it was always, okay, well, now what's next? What's next? And then a couple ladies in the gym would be like, we see you around all the time.
Yeah.
Man, you really look good. You've lost a lot of weight. Can you help? And then I'm like, okay, sure. I don't mind sharing, my journey. And then I was at InShape, and one young lady who taught a spin class, she was like, they're hiring for personal trainers.
Okay.
And I already told them that you're going to apply. And I was like, okay.
She just put you out there.
Yeah, she just put me out there.
Yes.
And I was like, well, okay. And I was working a corporate job at the time. And I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. And then it just so happened, life was like, no, you're going to do this.
Yes.
And I actually was released from my job after, I think, about 8 years. And then it was like, okay, well, what am I going to do with myself? And
Yes.
the universe is like, you already know. Like,
Yes.
we told you what's next. And so I said, okay, I'm going to go for it. I did the training. I got the certification, and then I literally got hired on within maybe that same week of getting released from
Wow.
my job. And it's been quite the journey.
Yes.
It has been quite the journey. But I love every minute of it. It's definitely made me into someone I never thought I could be. So I love sharing the journey. I love helping other women. And it goes beyond the weight loss.
Yes.
You know, because we all know what to do. We all know that we need to.
And push back that cake.
Right. Push back that cake, you know, say no to the desserts and the fried foods and things like that. We all know what to do, but why don't we do it?
Yeah.
You know, why don't we get up and go exercise? Why don't we, you know, say, nah, you know, I think I've had too much soda today. You know, it's time for some water. What is it within our own mind, our mindset that keeps us from doing the things that we know we need to do?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. 100 times. Yes.
And you know, what's crazy too is, you know, along with being a personal trainer, I braid hair. I was baking cakes for a while.
Yeah.
And like I said, you know, I started out in shape, but then I ended up, you know, people want to come to my house and work out. So I would be training clients at my house and then have a tray of cupcakes sitting on the counter warming their like
that's me. That's me.
And I was
That's
like,
me.
see, what I do
Let's go
is
walking, girl.
I make the sweets, you
Yep,
know, I get
that's
you to
me.
pack that extra weight on, and I'm like, okay, come back.
That's me.
No, but you know, it's like, well, how do you make cakes every day? How do you
Yeah.
make these sweets every day?
That's me.
And you don't eat it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you know,
You become like because people ask me that all the time. You know, they're like, I don't understand. How do you make all of this stuff and not like eat? It's like, because I make it, I see it.
Right.
Like I don't have to like, and I don't want to get in trouble for saying this, but what's that? You don't eat your product, you don't smoke your product, you sell your product.
Right.
You don't become a customer of your own product.
Your own product, exactly. But you know what? My kids love
That's
it.
like when I was selling Avon. No, I had to get out of that real quick. It didn't work for me.
You'll go broke.
Yeah, I was my only customer. I was like, I'm doing it's not working. You know, I'm like pimping my own self.
Right.
How much wait a minute. How much is my Avon?
I got to work a few more hours to pay off my own stuff, huh?
Yes. Yeah, you don't become a customer of your own product.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I was baking cakes. I was braiding hair. I was, you know, training my clients and, you know, trying to balance being a mom and, you know, just this new transition.
The typical women in business. Yeah, that's what we do. You know, for me, because I have a background of a social work. I was a caseworker with San Francisco City and County for almost 20 years.
Oh, wow.
So when I made the transition to become a chef, it was like, okay, all right. Like, how do I now kind of so what I decided to do was although I have these different experiences and different things, I decided to just become culinary, but fit everything into that box.
Oh, okay.
So even though, you know, you make the cakes and you braid the hair, it's still a part of self-care.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
It totally is. Yeah. You know, I really don't know what I love more out of all of the things that I can do, but it just allows me to really be a part of my client's life. Touching someone's hair it's very intimate. It's very personal. And, you know, over time, you know, you really get to learn this person and everyone is different. I'm also a massage therapist too.
Yes.
So, you know, I know a lot about touch. And
so it's all in cohesive with
is.
one another of training, self-care. You understand that person. Someone could look at you and be like, girl, you know, you got a good figure. Like, no, honey boo. Like, no, I know what it's like wanting a cake. Yeah, exactly. I know what it's like. I understand. And I think that's what make you so personal. I think that's what made me draw to you, because you are real. You are transparent. You are like, look, I got my trials just like you. Okay.
Right.
You know, so I think that part of you that makes you encouraging and it makes people come to you and it makes people say, you know what, she gets me. She understands me. She's not like so out of touch where, you know, we can't achieve that goal.
Right, you don't feel like you can relate to that person. And that's what's so strange for me is growing up, I would consider myself, you know, the shy person,
Yeah.
quiet person, always in the back of the room. So then when people started approaching me, I'm like, you talking to me? Like, are you sure? And then it's, I did the same thing when you reached out to me. I was like, are you sure? Me?
Yeah.
But I really had to take notice of that and say, you know, there's really something in that. You may not see it, but other people see it. And, you know, you have something to give to people. So, you know, that's one of the things I love about being a personal trainer, too, is just really helping people reach down inside and allowing them to see what they can't see. Because, you know, I'll tell my clients, okay, do 10 push-ups. And they're like,
10.
I can't 10. I can't do 10. You what?
Yeah.
I can't. Oh, no. We don't say I can't here.
Yes.
So I'm going to make you stop what you're doing. We're going to do 10 squats and we're going to run a lap. And then we're going to come back to those push-ups. And I'm going to show you that you can.
Yes.
And they're like, okay, well, why don't I just show you now? Oh, no.
Yes. Okay.
Let's do the work.
So let's talk about the boot camp. You have
Okay.
your boot camps. Yes. So what is
So-
that like? Yeah.
So boot camp is just group exercise. We all come together. I do intentionally make it challenging, of
Okay.
course. I want you to get used to working outside of your comfort zone, but everyone works at their own level.
Okay.
So, you know, anything can be modified. I can always make things harder. That's the fun part.
Yes. Well, the idea of it is to get to that level.
Right.
Yeah.
It's to challenge yourself. It's you know, you always want to, you know, be taking yourself to the next level.
Yes.
You always want to challenge yourself and work outside of that comfort zone. I have a lot of people who they'll work really, really hard inside of their comfort zone, and I'm like, if you just step right outside of that, oh my God, you would just amaze yourself with what you can do.
There you go. Don't bother me.
So yeah, that's what the boot camp is about. You know, it's group fitness, and I have people of all ages, of all fitness levels. I have an 11-year-old who comes. I've even had my grandfather come, and he's up in his 80s. So, you know, it's just about coming out.
Oh, that makes me feel so old. You say your grandfather is 80s. I'm like, my dad is about the age.
Well, he's actually going into his 90s
Isn't
now.
that beautiful? That's wonderful,
It is
huh?
a beautiful thing.
Yes.
Yeah, it really
Yes.
is.
Yes, that is so great. So, give them your information one more time. Look, I'm up here giving you your information. This is for me.
Let me see, where do I work again? No, so I'm located at Believe Fitness. I am in East Stockton. The address is 303 Olympic Circle, and that's right behind Sosa Park and King School. I am there Monday through Friday from 5 p.m. To 7 p.m. I actually have two classes, one at 5 p.m. and one at 6 p.m. And then also Saturday mornings, yes, at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Get up early. Let's come and get a workout in. Get your day or your weekend off to a good start. I also do one-on-one training where I help you with, you know, whatever your goals may be, but I also include nutritional guidance. There's some outside work to be done, some mental training as well, because I really want you to have something to take away. Once you lose the weight and you get in shape, you know, I would love for you to stay with me forever, but I want to give you tools that are going to last you a lifetime.
All right. And so just to ask you off top, what are some of the things that you want to see, or some of the things that you want to get into, or some of the things that you want to grow your business eventually into?
Well, there's actually a lot. This journey has taken me beyond the fitness and into spiritual. I would love to be able to offer classes on meditation, healing your chakras through nutrition. You know, that's one thing that we really don't know a lot about. And I'm new. Well, I'm coming into the comfortability of my journey and being able to share with that, because you know, our upbringing, even our own mindset keeps us, you know,
I understand.
keeps us held back from, you know, certain things. So,
it does.
Classes in spirituality, meditation, healing your chakras through nutrition.
Yeah, I will tell you one thing, and that's like a whole conversation. I understand you. I understand. So we're not going to talk about that too much. But I just want to say real quickly, women in business, if I could just express this, if I can, like I'm asking somebody. I'm not asking you a question, Edward.
This is your show.
Listen, when you become an entrepreneur, I always tell women this, when we do decide to become entrepreneurs, if we are open, which you have to be, open. You have to be willing to step outside the box.
Yes.
You have to be willing to think outside the box, and your mindset has to be even incredibly more stronger.
Oh,
because
yes.
now you're dependent on self. You're dependent on yourself. You're dependent on you. You're dependent on your ideas. What will happen is everything around you will change. How you used to see things will change.
Oh,
Your
totally.
conscious will become much, much different, because now you're moving into the realm of networking. You're moving into the realm of finances.
Yeah.
You're moving into the realm of creating.
Oh, yes.
You're moving into the realm of even pushing yourself outside of your comfortability.
Yeah.
So all of that will come with what is called growing pains.
Oh, yes.
In that growing pain, you'll outgrow your friends, you'll outgrow your family members, you'll outgrow things that you used to eat, you'll outgrow things you used to do,
Yeah.
your sleeping habits, your food habits, even how you shop
Yeah.
will change.
That will all change.
There's a whole dimension that will come up. In that, your spirituality will come up.
Oh, yes.
And your
Yes.
spirituality will come, and it will actually, you can be led by it, or you can denounce it. You know, so we all at some point, depends on how long you've been in the entrepreneurship realm, we all will go through that journey.
Yes, you will.
And it just depends on that person, if they want to do that journey that way, or if they still want to submit themselves
Yeah.
to another,
Right.
quote
That-
unquote,
that
whatever.
safety net.
But it
Uh-huh.
will keep you in a box. You won't be able to explore all the possibilities.
Right.
But through nutrition, I was able to pass my fibroids.
Oh, nice.
Yes, I passed 3 fibroids.
Wow.
During nutrition.
Uh-huh.
And that's a whole nother journey in itself.
It is, yeah.
But even just doing that 90-day treatment of going through the process and going through that strict vegan diet and passing those fibroids, it also gave me a huge sense of empowerment, because I was able to listen to my own body.
Yes.
And I was
Yes.
able to heal my
Yes,
body.
our bodies are speaking to us
And I was
every
able to
day.
trust myself.
Yeah.
So if I could
Yeah.
trust myself with healing myself, what else can I trust myself
I mean,
with?
we are women. We create life.
Yes.
Like, we don't have to do anything specific. We
Yes.
literally, put the bones together, the skin, the hair, and then in 9 months, a baby comes out. We are creators, and we
Yes.
have the power to heal ourselves. And, when I started my entrepreneurial journey, I didn't know I was going to go through all of this.
Yeah.
I was like, I was just wanting
Sorry.
to help people work out.
Yes, listen.
I didn't know I was going to go through all of these changes. And, like you said, you lose friends, you lose family members. You really have to learn yourself and become
Your
confident
children
in-
change, your house
Yeah.
changes, everything
because everybody
changes.
depends on you, and people don't realize how much they depend on
Yes.
the woman in the household until they can't depend on the woman in the household.
Yes, it's like that saying, like when the man's upset, no one cares. But when the woman upset, the sun stops
Right.
shining, the birds get quiet, the dog is in the corner, the kids is like,
Right.
and then when a woman is happy, everybody's all
Everybody's
alive.
happy,
But if
yes.
the man's unhappy, they like, whatever. Yeah.
Yes, and that was a one of the biggest challenges for me, because I was going through much spiritually, and
Yes.
I knew what I wanted to do. I just didn't know how to express that and,
Yes.
and how to make that a success. So it has been quite the journey, but I wouldn't change it for the world.
Yes, and
wouldn't
I am
change it for the
excited
world.
for you. Thank you so much for
much.
coming on. I'm
Absolutely.
excited for you. I'm excited to see you grow. Stocktonian,
Yes,
we
come
got
on,
a Stocktonian.
Stockton. Let's support our
Let's work it
natives.
out. Let's work it out. We're gonna play Big Frida, right? Can we at least have? Can we at least have one Big Frida?
Go for
one
it.
Big Frida.
Go
Okay.
for it. Go for it.
All right. Give me your information one more time.
One more time, Tiffanie McLemore at Believe Fitness. You can check me out online, www.believefitness.club. You can find me on social media under Tiff on Facebook. And I'm also on Instagram, Fit Hazel Eyed Leo.
Yes, and you have to see her eyes. It is just utterly amazing. Okay, so I'm a Gemini, right? And we got Prince. So you got the Prince eyes, girl. You got the Prince eyes. You see her eyes? Oh my God. I'm all looking at like, oh, girl, she got the Prince eyes.
Watch out now.
Hypnotized into them 20 push-ups. That's what we go
That's
do.
what it is.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for
Absolutely.
sharing. Yes, Chef Tobias Cooks here with the voice of San Joaquin. Listen, San Joaquin, you got something to do. Let's get fitness. Let's work it out. And while you at it, download Big Frida. Yeah. All right. See you next week. Women in Business. Don't forget to support your local radio public station. Yeah, your local radio public
Yeah,
station.
that sounded
We
about
have
right.
bloopers. We have bloopers.
We do, and
Yes.
it's okay.
ChefTobiasCooks.com. See you next week. Women in Business.